My parents gifted me $30K. 6 months later, they're at my door with a moving truck. So last year, I finally saved enough to put a down payment on a small house. Nothing fancy, just a 2-bedroom place about an hour from where I grew up. I was so proud of myself. My parents came to see it right after I closed on it. My mom walked through every room taking pictures. My dad checked out the garage and the yard. They seemed really happy for me. 2 weeks later, they showed up with a check for $30,000. My mom handed it to me and said, "We want to help you get settled. Use this however you need." I was shocked. I asked if they were sure and my dad said, "It's a gift, sweetie. We've been saving it for you. No strings attached." I cried and hugged them both. I used that money to replace the old water heater, fix the roof that was leaking, and buy some furniture. The rest went into my savings account as an emergency fund. Everything was great for about 6 months. Then last month, my mom called me on a Tuesday morning. She was talking really fast and sounded stressed. She said, "Your father and I need to talk to you about something important. Can we come over this weekend?" I said sure, thinking maybe someone was sick or something. Saturday morning, I'm drinking coffee, and I see this huge moving truck pull up in front of my house. My parents get out of their car right behind it. I opened the door confused, and my mom rushed past me saying, "Oh, thank God you're home. We weren't sure if you'd be here." I asked what was going on, and my dad said, "We're moving in, honey. We sold our house." I just stood there. "You what?" My mom started directing the movers to bring boxes inside. She pointed at my spare bedroom and said, "We can put most of our stuff in there for now." I stopped the movers and told everyone to wait. I pulled my parents aside and asked what they were talking about. My dad explained that they sold their house 2 months ago. They'd been staying with my aunt, but that wasn't working out. My mom jumped in saying, "We gave you that money so we'd have a place to stay. This is our house too now." I told them that's not how gifts work. They never said anything about moving in. My dad got defensive and said, "We gave you $30,000. The least you can do is let us stay here." My mom added, "It's temporary, just until we find something else." I asked why they sold their house in the first place. Turns out my dad wanted to retire early and they thought they could travel around and then figure out where to settle down. But they ran through their money faster than expected. Now they needed a place to land. I told them I loved them, but they couldn't just move in without asking me first. My mom's face got all tight and she said, "So you're going to kick your own parents out onto the street?" I said, "No, but this is my house." I didn't agree to roommates. My dad said, "We gave you that money as an investment in our future too." That's when I realized they'd planned this from the beginning. The gift wasn't a gift, it was a deposit on living with me. I told them they needed to leave and figure something else out. My mom started crying. My dad said I was being selfish and ungrateful. The movers were just standing there awkwardly with boxes. I went inside and grabbed my laptop. I pulled up my bank account and showed them I still had $18,000 left from what they gave me. I said, "Here, I'll give you back what I didn't spend. We can call it even." My dad looked at the screen and then at me. He said, "You'd really choose a house over your own parents?" I said, "You really plan to guilt trip me into letting you move in?" We stood there in silence for a minute. Finally, my mom wiped her eyes and told the movers to put everything back in the truck. They left without saying another word to me. I tried calling them that night, but neither of them answered. My brother called me the next day saying I was being talked about at family dinner. Apparently, I'm the villain now. But here's the thing. They lied to me. They made me think it was a gift when really it was a trap. Last week, my mom finally texted me. She said they found an apartment and they're fine. She didn't apologize, but at least she's talking to me again. I still have my house and I still have that $18,000 in my account, but family dinners are going to be weird for a while.